Hello and welcome to Nikki the Analyst. Today we're going over AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, identity and access management. So what does that mean? AWS, I'm reading it straight from the website. AWS Identity and Access Management is a service that allows AWS customers to manage user access and permissions for their accounts, as well as available APIs services within AWS. So what that means is, in plain terms, is if you're going to create an AWS account, you're going to need you're probably going to have other people using it. So what groups do you want them to have? What kind of permissions do you want them to have? So I'm going to go over this lab. This lab is actually part of Cloud Guru. So this is Cloud Guru information. It's on my personal information. I do have an AWS account and I have done it this on my own, but for security purposes, we're going to use Cloud Gurus. So let's go ahead and get this started. So the AIM username is going to be cloud_user, and password. Let's see if I'm going to copy this and paste. All right. Go ahead and done. Let's get out of. All right. So we're going to navigate to IAM, which is Identity Access Management. Go ahead and click there. And once we get there, we're going to click on users. So here we go, users. Oh, since I already done this lab, it shows the users I previously created. So I've already completed this lab. So you know what? I'm going to do this lab again, but I'm going to change the users because I already created user 1, 2, and 3. Cloud_user, that would be considered the root account. And when you have an AWS account, you do not want to use the root account for day-to-day services or use it all the time, because if it is compromised and it's your root account, it can wreak a lot of havoc on your AWS account because they have access to everything. And so it's very important that only that the information for that is only used by one person. So you don't want to give it out, and you don't want to give out a mass amount of privileges. In IAM, it's always, what is it called? You want to give the least amount of privileges allowed. So what that means is you start with the least amount of privileges, and then you go ahead and add as people go around, move, or either around in the company or within their role. So then it's easy to take away their privileges. But if you just start off with everything, it's harder to deduct versus it's like, you only get this access. What do you need this access for? So that being said, I'm going to ahead and redo this. Didn't realize that my other stuff is going to be there, which is not a problem. So from here, when I'm looking out to the side, I'm just reviewing my directions and doing that. So we're on the IAM and we see the users, and we're going to click user_1. Okay, hold on. Let's go and click them and see what's in here. Okay. Ooh, it looks like this person does need permission. So it looks like I can just go ahead and redo this lab. Great. So it says select, we clicked user 1. Now so we're going to select permissions and group tab. Okay. See where they are. And we'll see that they do not have any permissions and they are not assigned to any groups. And we're going to look at security credentials. And it looks like the security credentials that they have. See user access keys. Okay, so it has, see where the user access keys are, SSH, key ID, and HTTPS get credentials. Okay, we see all that. And we go to Access Advisor, because we're just looking around, just seeing what's in here. This is where I'm assuming that you have never been in here before. So this is what it looks like. Actually, the management console has actually been updated. So it can be kind of confusing doing the labs in Cloud Guru because they have not yet to be updated, but I'm pretty sure they will be soon. And we can see services that they have access, which looks like they have not. And at the top, we see the summary. They have a ARN, Amazon resource name, path, and creation time. So this gives us all of that information. So, all right, we're gonna go explore the groups that we're going to be focusing on. So we're going to be focusing on EC2 admin, and that's going to be we're going to provide permissions to view, start, and stop EC2 instances. Remember, EC2 is just another word for server. So that means they're going to be allowed to start and stop the server. EC2 support we're going to create provides read-only access to EC2. So that means they can only read what is on the server. They cannot do anything to it. And S3 support, they can only read the access to S3, and S3 is a bucket with that you may put objects in. So you might put a video or our photo, make a static website. So if you're wondering, what is all that? What are you saying, Nicole? Why are you not looking at my Instagram? I have a whole Instagram, Nikki the Analyst, and I post things. Go back and look. It is there for you. So that is your homework. You're gonna watch the videos. It's like school. You got the lecture and you got the book. Let's do it. All right, so let's go to user groups. And we're gonna click use EC2 admin, all right. And we're gonna go to the permissions and we'll see where we'll see the EC2 admin has an inline policy with a set of permissions associated with it, okay? Can we see that? And this is JSON text right here. JSON is a coding language that you can put things in. I've used JSON actually at my place of work when I am configuring healthcare data policies. So I don't do that anymore. I'm a project manager, but once upon a time, I used a lot of JSON. Don't use that anymore. So I'm happy that I do remember it because it actually helped with this. All right, so let's go ahead and we clicked on permissions, we've seen that. And let's click the plus sign next to the EC2 admin. We did that and we get to see all this information. Now we're gonna go ahead and click cancel. Hold on. Hold on, make sure I'm doing everything right. We click the plus sign. Okay. Screen is so small for me. Let's make it bigger. There. Okay, we went through here. All right, we got everything. We good. Right. So now we see user groups, and we're gonna go back over there and we're gonna click the S3 support. We're gonna go to permissions. And this group is only allowed read-only access. And if you click this, that's all that great fun information again with coding. All right, so it's showing us the get and list, and the asterisk means all. So you're able to view everything. This person with this access can view everything in here. So now we're gonna go ahead and add users to the proper groups. So let's go back to user groups and we're gonna click S3 support again. And we're gonna go to the user section and we're gonna select user 1. Oh, gotta click add users. User 1. All right, let's go ahead and click user 1. And we're going to add user 1. So user 1 is in the S3 support group. So that means they only have the read and view access for the S3 bucket. Yes, that's what it was. All right. So now we did that, and we're going to go ahead and click user groups again, and we're going to go to EC2 support. All right, and we're going to go add a user. We're going to put user 2 in here. Here, add user 2, and they have the EC2 support. Great. And then we're going to go to EC2 admin. And we're going to add user 3. Right? And then we're going to permissions. And we're in permissions. So as it asks you to, we're going to expand the EC under permissions. We're going to expand this and we're going to go ahead and edit this. Okay. Just looking. So we're going to go here. We see everything in here. So we're just going to be reviewing the policy. See what it says. Plus conditions. We're not going to make any changes. We're just looking. So we're going to go ahead and look at the JSON. So you can describe start instances, stop instances. Remember we said that's what they're able to do. Action, describe all, start instances and stop instances, elastic load balancing, list metrics, get all that great fun stuff. And so we're just looking. So we're gonna go ahead and cancel just in case we happen to click anything we didn't mean to. We don't want to mess things up. So we went in and we did that. So that is how you assign people to different instances, different groups within your AWS. So it's very important that you put your users with groups because it's actually easier if you do that way, because if someone new starts and you already know what type of privileges you want them to have, you can just assign them to a group and you don't actually have to go back and redo the permissions for each user hand by hand. So if your company is just starting out or you're just doing it for maybe 4 or 5 people, it's probably not that big of a deal, but we're thinking like in big business. So how's your business grow? So when you have 20 new employees starting, so you're going from 4 to 20, just create a group. Who wants to sit there and click, 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 go? Click, 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 go. And that actually gives you more room for error. And that is what we are trying not to do. So less room for error. It is always great to assign people for groups. So that is your little entry into IAM within the AWS console. So hope you had fun watching the video. Hope you're going to like my new video series about AWS. So leave a comment, like, dislike, tell me what you think. All right, bye.